You ever find yourself sticking to a bad habit, even when you absolutely know better? Well, the answer might lie in this really simple but powerful metaphor that explains the two competing forces inside your mind. Today, we're going to break down the concept of the horse and the rider.
Seriously, think about your day so far. That cup of coffee you had this morning, the route you took to work, the way you just scrolled through your phone a minute ago, how much of that was you making a deliberate, conscious choice?
You might be a little shocked by the answer. Research actually shows that about 2/3 of our daily actions aren't driven by our conscious decisions at all. They're just habit. That's a huge chunk of your life running on pure autopilot.
So if you're on autopilot for most of the day, who's flying the plane? Well, let's meet the two characters who are running the show inside your head.
Here they are. On one side, you've got the rider. This is your conscious mind. It's all your intentions, your goals, your plans. And on the other side, you've got the horse. This is your automatic mind, this massive, powerful engine that runs on your habits.
So, let's start with the part you probably think of as you. It's time to meet your rider. This is your inner planner.
The rider is that voice in your head. You know, the one that says, okay, I'm really going to eat healthier this week. Or, I need to finish this project by Friday. It's the part of you that looks at the map and decides, that's where we're going. Now, the rider is fantastic at thinking long-term, analyzing things and using logic. But, and this is the absolute key, it has one critical weakness. It gets tired. Super easily. Every single conscious choice you make, from what to wear to what to eat for lunch, drains its energy. Willpower is not infinite, which means the rider just can't stay in control all day long.
And that brings us to the real powerhouse of this team. It is time to meet your horse.
The horse is your automatic self. It's the incredible engine that carries out all those learned behaviors without you even having to think about them. It doesn't care about the rider's map, it only knows the comfortable, well-worn paths it has walked down 1,000 times before. It's always looking for the easiest way.
And this explains why the horse is so often in charge. I mean, it is unbelievably powerful, so much stronger than the rider. It loves comfort, it loves routine, and most importantly, unlike the rider, it never gets tired. It can just keep going on those familiar habits all day, every day.
So if the rider gets exhausted and the horse is this unstoppable force, are we just doomed to follow our old habits forever? No, not at all. The goal here isn't a fight. It's about getting them in sync. This is the big takeaway. Real, lasting change doesn't come from the rider trying to wrestle the horse into submission using sheer willpower. That's a losing battle, and it just exhausts the rider. No, change happens when the rider acts like a smart guide, gently training the horse to follow a new path, until that path becomes second nature. It's all about making the right choice the easy choice.
Think of it like this. The rider chooses a new destination. Let's say I want to go for a run every morning. For the first few days, the rider has to use a ton of energy to guide this reluctant horse, putting on the running shoes, getting out the door. But after you do it a few times, the horse starts to learn the path. And pretty soon, the behavior becomes automatic. The horse just knows the way, and the rider can kick back and enjoy the ride.
So all of this leads to a really practical question you can ask yourself. In your life, right now, who's actually holding the reins? The ideal situation, the place you want to be, is when these two forces are working together as a team. You are at your absolute best when your intentions, your rider, are skillfully guiding your powerful habits, your horse, toward the goals you've actually chosen for yourself. So, I'll just leave you with this to chew on. Take a good look at your daily routines. Is your rider firmly guiding your horse toward a destination that you consciously picked? Or, if you're being honest, is your horse just kind of wandering down the same old familiar paths, with the rider just along for the ride? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.